In your vote tonight, we're closely tracking a number of races and measures across the state and in your local communities. Tonight, we're diving into Portland's Measure 26-201, also known as a Clean Energy Initiative. Fox 12's Kendra Kent is live tonight with all the details you need to know. Kendra?
Hey, good evening, Liz. Well, there are plenty of endorsements on each side of this measure, and it really boils down to a tax on big businesses in Portland that then would fund clean energy programs. But the crux for many voters is whether or not you believe those costs will be passed along to consumers. With just 5 days to go until the November election, it's crunch time to get those ballots in, unless you're Doug Siegel.
So the second I got it, I voted.
But for those still dragging their feet, there's a hot ticket item to pay attention to in Portland. Measure 26-201, also called the Clean Energy Initiative.
When it came to that measure, it was a little tough.
Hashing out exactly who would pay and who would directly benefit is tough. But in a nutshell, Portland retailers who do more than $1 billion in business globally and bring in at least $500,000 in Portland would be taxed 1% on gross revenue. The sales of groceries, medicines, and healthcare services would be excluded. The money would then be collected by the city and divided among causes like clean energy projects and clean energy job training for disadvantaged workers.
For an opportunity to make sure that the redlined communities, those that are affected the most by climate change and environmental injustice, get a chance to sit at the table and take part in the fruit, really sparked something in me.
But opponents say the measure will only hurt everyone in the end, including small businesses and even those marginalized that the initiative set out to help.
It is a gross receipts tax that will be put on companies who will be passing on this tax directly to consumers. Everyday goods, school supplies, clothing, home goods are all going to be more expensive.
So how many businesses would be impacted up front? Even the city of Portland's revenue division says that's a tough call. In June of last year, the city analyzed a previous draft of the measure, reporting that just 116 businesses would certainly pay the tax, and another 732 would be liable on a case-by-case basis. And Portland area faith leaders say they tried delivering a letter to the Portland Business Alliance today asking them for their support in this measure. They say they were locked out of the building and they were asked to leave. Now, in response, the Portland Business Alliance says it hadn't been told about any sort of meetings or events in its building, and they just wanted to make sure that all of their staff members were safe. Reporting live tonight in Portland, Kendra Kent, Fox 12 Oregon.